Good afternoon, dear friends. And at the outset, I would like to thank APOS for inviting me to give this lecture, the Shivaramakrishna lecture and medal on advances in SMILE. So, as most of you all know, SMILE is the newest kid on the block when it comes to refractive surgery, and it is the most fastest growing procedure in refractive surgery, and right now more than 5 million procedures have been done. And I have been doing SMILE for around 10 years now, and I would like to share with you the latest technology in SMILE and the new machine. We were the first to get this in India, and only 5 machines right now globally. This is the advanced SMILE, or what we call SMILE Pro, on the VisuMax 800, and I was involved in developing this technology from the past 5-6 years. So I am a consultant to Carl Zeiss Meditech. So I will just play an introduction video describing the equipment. Are you able to hear the music?
Yes, yes.
Hello, I am Dr. Sri Ganesh, and welcome to the unboxing of the VisuMax 800 laser from Carl Zeiss Meditech. The VisuMax 800 is totally different from its predecessor, the VisuMax 500. It has a much smaller footprint and it is quite compact. It is separated from the patient bed, and it has wheels on which the machine can be moved either to another OR or inside the OR. It has a graphic user interface which is connected to the other diagnostic devices via forum, and patient data can be imported via forum to the VisuMax 800. It also has 2 swivel arms, one for the laser and the other for the microscope. The patient bed is also completely separated from the VisuMax so that it can be read in and out. In the previous VisuMax, the bed was connected to the machine, and the movement of the patient and docking used to happen with movement of the patient bed. But now movement happens in the laser, and the laser has a joystick which moves laser up and down. The VisuMax 800 is powered by a much more powerful high frequency laser, which is 2 megahertz, whereas the VisuMax 500 had a 500 kilohertz laser. So this makes the laser procedure more efficient and faster, and tissue separation easy. The refractive workplace is a remote planning station where treatments can be planned and exported to the VisuMax. Now let's look at the graphic user interface. The VisuMax 800 has a very large screen, and you can import patient data via the forum from the other devices like the IOL Master and the MS39 and also the Atlas Topograph. And you go on to surgery day and you can select today, yesterday, tomorrow, today, and then you have all the patient details. The treatment details can be verified or modified, and new details can also be entered. and you can select the patient, and it gives you either the planning mode or the treat mode. And once you press the treat mode, then the laser gets activated. The Visumax 800 has cameras for positioning and docking. The Visumax 800 has two swivel arms, one for the laser and other for the operating microscope. And you have two buttons here named LM for the laser and OM for the operating microscope.
After draping the patient, the laser arm is moved down. The treatment is selected and the joystick is used to lower the gantry. The PI is attached and the PI is lowered down. The top and side view cameras assist in docking the eye. The Visumax also has a centration aid, and this works best in infrared mode. The centration aid helps in centering the treatment to the corneal vertex accurately. The Visumax also has a cyclotorsion compensation aid, and this gets activated after the docking. You can align the treatment to the previously marked 0180 marks by rotating the joystick, or you can have an automatic cyclotorsion where the iris images are imported from the IOL Masters analyst. The laser treatment is extremely fast and takes just 8 seconds to complete. And then the laser arm lifts up and the operating microscope comes down into position automatically. The dissection is very smooth and easy, and the lenticule extraction can be done very comfortably to complete the procedure. So that was a short introduction. You can have a different type of workflow also. So I will show how I do the workflow, where I'm able to do both eyes in 5 minutes. And we are able to treat about 10 patients an hour. So the workflow is very fast. The laser also is very fast. It just takes 8 seconds compared to the older laser, which was taking 25 to 30 seconds. So this is the docking, and you can move the laser, and once you applanate, of course, there's a centration aid there, which helps you center exactly on the corneal vertex. And then that's the cyclotorsion. Here we have not done any compensation. That's the laser. It just takes 8 seconds. And then after that, what I do is I go on to the left eye so that the laser treatment is done for both eyes before I bring down the microscope. So this saves some time in, lifting the laser head and bringing down the microscope. So after that, then I move the laser to the left eye. The PI is attached there, and then the applanation and then docking is done. You can see that. So especially in patients with large angle kappa, this centration aid is very helpful. So you can exactly center on the corneal vertex. And once this is done, then the laser arm lifts up and then the microscope arm comes down. These are robotic arms which automatically move in and out. So it's very advanced. And then I do the dissection, and I'm removing the lenticule for the left eye first. You can see that. The dissection also is very smooth. The laser energy has been optimized. It's a 2 megahertz laser. So it is 4 times faster than the older Visumax. So the left eye dissection is done, and then we move on to the right eye. And then it has got a joystick on top where you can actually move X, Y, and Z positions to focus onto the cornea, and then the lenticule extraction for the right eye is completed. So the incidence of suction loss also comes down dramatically because it's just 8 seconds and the patient, before he knows it, the laser is over. So that's the procedure for both eyes, which you can complete. It's also got a slit lamp, a very nice design slit lamp to examine the interface. And so that is the workflow of the VisuMax 800. So that is the innovation which Zeiss has brought about, and we have this. Of course, let me share with you some of our day one results because it's just about 1 month since we have started using this machine, and I will share my initial results. So we have operated about 42 eyes and with the average age of around 26 years, average sphere of about 3.75 and cylinder about 0.75. But cylinder again spherical equivalent around minus 3.79. The corrected best corrected distance visual acuity was 0.07 logmar, and that's the K1, K2, and corneal average corneal thickness. And this is the OSI, which is the objective scatter index measured with the HD analyzer, which gives the quality of the interface, and that was 0.5 pre-op. We used an average optical zone of 6.08, and we used our nomogram, which is an overcorrection of the sphere by 10%. Cylinder with the rule, we add 15%. For oblique cylinders, 10%, and against the rule, we do not add anything. And this was the post-op day one parameters. Uncorrected distance vision, again, you can see that the mean was around 0.07, which is not different from the pre-op. And the residual sphere was 0.02, cylinder 0.01, spherical equivalent was 0.002, which is almost like zero, plano. And corrected distance visual acuity, best corrected vision was 0.1 logmar. The OSI increased from 0.5 to 1.13, but the OSI within 1.5 is very good and it is normal. So basically the scatter from the interface was very low. So that denotes that the quality of vision is very good even on day one. So this was the cumulative Snellen's visual acuity. And you can see that 98% were 6/6 or better, 20/20 or better, and 100% 20/25 or better. And 20/16, 71%. So 6/5, 71% had 6/5 vision. And some actually have improvement in their from their pre-op. 12% had 6/3 vision, 20/12.5. This is the change in corrected distance visual acuity. 50% of patients had no change from their pre-op. 14% gained 1 line, 10% gained 2 lines of vision, and 26% demonstrated loss of 1 line, but this is the first post-op day, so there can be some amount of edema or dryness. So no patients lost more than 2 lines of best corrected visual acuity. So these were the safety and efficacy indices. Safety indices is the post-op corrected distance visual acuity over the pre-op corrected visual acuity, and that was 1.5. If it is over 1, it is very good. And the efficacy index also post-op uncorrected distance visual acuity versus pre-op best corrected visual acuity, that was equivalent to 1, which is again very good, the efficacy. This was the post-op spherical equivalent. You can see that 100% of eyes were within half a diopter. You can see that 95% within plus or minus 0.13. So the refractive accuracy is very good. If you look at the scatter diagram here, you can see most of them are exactly on the central line. So the refractive accuracy has been demonstrated to be very good. So this is the refractive astigmatism, and you can see that 98% were within quarter of a diopters, and all of them were 100% within 0.5 diopters of cylinder, which is again very good correction for cylinders. The maximum cylinder we treated was 3.75 cylinder, and because of the cyclotorsion compensation, it is the cylindrical corrections also have improved considerably. And this was the scatter, the OSI, comparing the pre-op to day one OSI. So pre-op it was 0.5, day one was 1.135, which again, if it's less than 1.5, it is excellent. So these are some of the patients, day one, the OSI. So you can see the quality of vision and the MTF here. The OSI pre-op was 0.5 and day one was 0.6. So hardly any change in the quality of vision and the scatter. So excellent quality of vision on day one. Better than LASIK, in fact. This was another patient. You can see that the pre-op OSI was 0.3. This is a point spread of the image and the simulated vision. And this is the MTF graph. You can see that. And post-op day one, you can see the MTF graph is very similar. In fact, the scatter actually is point spread function is in fact better than pre-op, and the quality of vision just 0.4 OSI. So to conclude, immediate post-op results with Visumax 800 demonstrate excellent correction and good visual acuity in terms of efficacy. No eyes had 2 or more lines of loss of corrected distance visual acuity, demonstrating a very good safety profile. Quality of vision and interface clarity as measured with the HD analyzer shows minimal increase in scatter, which is expected to improve over time, and the quality of the interface and quality of vision is excellent with the Visumax 800. We ourselves have done more than 10,000 smiles now, and now with the new Visumax 800, the results are even better. And I think this will further give a boost to the smile technology and number of procedures being done. Thank you very much for your attention. If there are any questions, I can take it, because this is a new technology. I think this is the first time you all have seen the Visumax 800 in action.
I just wanted to ask you a couple of doubts, Dr. Sri Ganesh. One thing is, if I'm not wrong, the suction is it automatic once the saturation is achieved? Does the suction switch on automatically, or you have to manually do?
No, you have to put on the suction.
Okay.
It's a centration aid, so you can decide where to center. If you want to center on the corneal vertex, because some surgeons, suppose you have a large angle kappa, some people like to center in between the pupillary center and the vertex. Because if suppose you have an angle kappa of around 0.6, that's a 600 microns, it's a very large difference, and some of them actually like to center in between. So with this, you can actually decide where you want to center, whether you want to center on the pupil, the vertex, or in between. And once you are there, then you can press the suction, and the suction goes on and it remains like that.
So basically, it has the advantages of cyclotorsion compensation.
Yes.
Plus, it is very, very fast, and
Very fast.
obviously, then the result would be very, very good.
Yes, because the cyclotorsion compensation, it takes the image from the IOL Master 700, and that is imported via the forum to the Visumax 800. So it matches the image and sees whether there is any cyclotorsion, and then automatically it can compensate. You can also manually compensate if you want. You can mark those who do not have an IOL Master 700. You can manually mark it 0, 180 degrees, and after the suction is on, if you find that there is some cyclotortion, but just by rotating the joystick, you can compensate that so that you are exactly aligned on the cylindrical treatment.
And most of us are used to seeing through the microscope when we are docking.
Yes.
So this is a difference. You are looking at the screen and see how comfortable do you find it?
It's actually very comfortable, because for the dissection, when you need high quality, for that you have the microscope. You have the Zeiss microscope, which comes down with the slit lamp. But for docking, this is actually quite good. And with the aid centration and cyclotortion aids, it becomes very easy So for even beginners, it becomes easy, and they can center exactly. And then the suction also is quite good. And since the laser treatment is just around 7.7 seconds, it's very fast. Even before the patient realizes, it is over. So the suction loss incidence will be very low. For beginners, it is very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very interesting. How does it compare with the Z8, which is they're planning to come out with?
Yeah, the Z8 actually, I had a look at it during the ESCRS, and I also did some wet lab. The problem with the Z8 is it is quite cumbersome moving the device onto the eye and putting on the suction. Plus, you cannot real time see the pattern. That is one thing. And then what I noticed on pig's eyes is the other thing is it takes a long time. It does not have automated cyclotorsion, and it is a flat interface, so it presses on the cornea, distorts the cornea. And what I've seen is on the pig's eyes that the interface is quite rough, so the quality of vision may not be very good. So the best quality of vision you get with the curved interface, because when you compress the cornea, you get folds in the stroma, and when you do the laser, then you have some abrasions there and waves. So that the quality, it can interfere with the quality of vision. There are no studies so far from the Z8 or any publication, so we don't know how the quality of vision is.
Thank you very much, Sri Ganesh, for sharing an excellent demonstration of the technology. Thank you.